Let's see, is Blunderbuss no good? I just don't want to invest skulls into a second weapon. If I could switch the weapons out freely, I would gladly. But that is something for later. Oh, boy, this map is big. Problematically big. So, we have two immediate problems. One, we have a lot of enemies coming in, and that means I'm going to have to ideally funnel them all into one location. The one problem is I don't know which one of these is going to pump out a boss, and the last time I didn't know that, it doomed me. I mean, if we're lucky, it's a different boss, and it's not the one that just breaks your bits. Well, 5-finger discount, put that there. So hopefully, what this will do, they'll get stuck on that. It doesn't show me the pathing otherwise. Yeah, the boss looks to be a kobold. Yeah, so I'm going to assume it's pretty fast. Maybe getting the upgrade for the giant flipper traps to be indoors was actually the right idea. Because, yeah, trying to defend out here sounds virtually meaningless. I wish it would at least give me the size for it. Oh, can I not even put this sucker down? Can I not put any of these things down in here? Okay. That's different. So, we could potentially have, like, a number of giant flipper traps, but they won't be as deadly as what I'm looking for. So, it seems like it's almost better for me to invest. Huh. How do you take this? It seems like it might be better for me to invest in the most aggressive multi-layered kill box I possibly can make. Oh. That is a very sweet technically, though. The only immediate problem is, looking at this now, so these balconies count as outside. That's a good hint. I like that. I think the thing is, I don't want to do the flipper. I love the idea of the flipper here, because it would be fun to watch them sail into the sunset. My biggest fear is they're going to drop them down and I lose the time skull. To be entirely honest, I don't think I'm ever going to get par, but it's still something I'd like to work with. Let's see, ballista up top. You mean like one of these? Tough. Like, yes, I can put archers up here. Yes, I could do a lot of things. Or, alternatively, I can actually path the enemies through these outdoor balconies and get them with the frost traps and some other stuff. Okay, most enemies will hit the sunset from there, I think. Well then, I have been convinced. Let's see. Other thing is, decent little kill box there. Pretty good potential kill box here. Alright. Just hope we don't have sappers. There are probably going to be sappers. But I can pepper the whole area with a bunch of other things. Well, no matter what, we have the money. Send them sailing that direction. Oh, that'll have to do. Best of luck with the sappers. Yeah, I don't like hearing that. Alright, let's get the brimstones down into the flipper trap. We've got the smack trap. We've got these. Is there really much I was going to mess with apart from this? I'm so glad that the war traps take up their own inventory slots. I don't have to worry about them. I don't think I upgraded anything else. Okay. Oh, if you press B, you can preview all of the all of the enemies. Okay, so we've got Mongrafil. Immovable enemy, fast, leaps barricades. Weak against fire and lightning, 10 rift point value. Alright, so otherwise it's just a bunch of big guys. Light enemy, fast, weak. Weak against ice, immune to fire. So, this is where these ice traps would actually come in handy. Mongrafil is spooky. Fire Fiend runners are spooky. All of these guys are immune to fire. Okay, so that changes a little bit of my strategy, but not too much. It means using the brimstones here is probably not primo. Alternatively, I could get the brimstones to do arcane damage. Makes you want to play Orcs Must Die 1 again. Wouldn't it be better to play Orcs Must Die 2? Because Orcs Must Die 2 had all of the levels plus some extra stuff. I don't know. I really loved Orcs Must Die 2. That was one of the first series that I ever did on YouTube, and I was super happy to have done so. Because it was just a satisfying game across the board. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna refund the Bank of Archers. I'm just not going to be using them on this round. Heck, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be using the Mega Boom Barrel Launcher, which is weird, and I don't like that feeling. So let's just get some skulls back. Let's go back to the arrow wall. So, I'm going to probably keep the deals fire damage. It's not going to work against the regular enemies, but the main difference from my perspective is the fire damage will still hurt the ogres, which is probably more valuable, because those ogres are beefy jerks. We could also just try a bunch of spike traps and just, like, barf them all over the ground instead. Right. Okay, we got that. Let's just give Brimstone even more charges. The increased size of barricades would save you money. It would make it really difficult to maze, though. Like, the idea of large barricade would be interesting, but I feel like that would ruin me more than help. Okay. So I'm gonna get just the Guardian Archers. We're just gonna have our final lane just be aggressive. Hopefully Mongrafil doesn't just race straight past, but if that's what happens, that's what happens. There's only so much I can do about it. Alright. Still waiting on a proper successor to Dungeon Defenders. Dungeon Defenders Awakened wasn't terrible. It just needs more to it, and a lot of bug fixing. But it is really... I commented on this earlier. It's really interesting that we actually got both Orcs Must Die 3 and the reboot to Dungeon Defenders. Oh. Hold up. We might want to actually... We want to route them through this way. This is a really, really low balcony, which is way more useful. Because this one's got a really high balcony. Tempting and potentially useful, but the lower balcony lets me get rid of a lot of people much faster. Let's see. So 6. Yeah, the big barricade wouldn't be able to do this. Not easily. I guess I can do that. Okay, can't fit anymore. But this should do the trick. Should send them sailing off into the sunset. And then those that survive. Ooh, it's a nice purple. Look at that. Those that survive, we set them on fire. Tempting to just do that for the time being. I really wish I could just have an insane number of archers, like, here, just shooting down, but I don't think we can do that without getting kind of donked here. The mild temptation would be to have, like, this platform somewhere. Because if I could actually place this platform, like, right here and just have, like, a bunch of archers, I don't think it would work. Ooh. Slapper right there? Yeah. I like the idea of that slapper. I think I'm gonna skip on putting another brimstone here just because I doubt anybody's gonna make the run over. And then I'm just gonna kind of pepper them a little bit. I want to have most of my defenses later, after the flippers, because otherwise it's just not economically sound. Ooh, actually, skip that. Yeah, this seems like a good idea. So in that case, I guess I could get rid of that barricade. We still are going to have the one guy that can get just straight past, but this'll do. Okay. I like this design. I almost wish you could actually save trap layouts so that restarting isn't as onerous. So there's a lot of these fire fiends. Maybe a little bit more than I was banking on. Oh. I didn't realize there'd be voice acting for this. Alright. Well, just saying that there's a pretty big army of things I haven't seen before. Of thing. I have not seen before is heading towards us.
Those are fire fiends, Kelsey, and they are totally immune to fire damage.
I feel bad for anybody that's trying to use, like, arrow walls for this section.
You want more? Enemies are preparing to breach one of our gates.
There's probably some means of, like, busting this up.
Running out of magic. Our enemies, they're breaking through again.
The fact that this is working is kind of amusing to me.
Attacking on another front. Our enemies are attacking. Hey, magic's running low. They're breaking through. They've broken through a gate. Look out!
Ow.
The fences have been breached again.
Bad place.
I am reconsidering
Actual bad place. All right, whatever.
Here they come. Won't get fooled again.
Fine. Here we go. Let's see how this works.
What the? A barricade is under attack.
I don't see any sappers.
Whoa!
That's so satisfying. Just gonna have those there as a means of taking out one or two of the archers. Brimstone trap there too. Alright, this should be good. Oh, does the fire damage, so the arrows only do fire damage with those. Well, that's a bit of a... That's a bit of a downer. Not a huge one, especially because we seem to be kicking ass. Oh, you know the other problem with the boss that could absolutely doom me? We have no idea which staircase he's going to go up. Well, I guess we'll find out. I mean, we've already got more or less a primo strategy here that does insane amounts of work. Come here, come here. Holy crap, I sent him. He's gone.
Is that it? Did we win?
All right.
That's the stuff.
So the only immediate problem here are the straggler trolls.
All right.
It would be really nice if there was a marker on which side the boss was going to go on, because yeah, if this one can hop barricades and it just hops those, that's gonna hurt bad. So let's think. How do we make this worse? I mean, it seems like my best bet, no matter what, is just to kind of focus this side.
Yeah, looking good.
Will admit we seem to be doing crazy damage regardless, so it might just be one of those that I start seeding the other side just in case.
Ready to fight. More enemies on the way.
Yeah, what's the boss weak to? Nothing specifically, but it's not strong against anything either. It just hops barricades. I really want to see. Can I get Slappy? I can. I don't think this is worth it.
This will catch him off guard.
But I want to have it there just because. I guess the other easy answer I could do, because this area seems to be just like handled. We could go all the way up top. And just surround this an insane number of archers using whatever money that we make. I could do that. Oh, hey! Somebody actually made it past. When's that happen?
Ow.
I guess it's happening today. Ow, ow. Well, dead. At least there's no cost to that. So is this the correct one? Nope, it's the other one. Let's see, there are balconies up top too if I wanted to do banks of archers. Yeah, it's tempting. Yeah, some of these guys are making it to the end. Barely.
Hey, shouldn't have messed with me.
I'm just trying to figure out how the heck I'm supposed to kill the boss.
And stay
Because he's
down.
probably going to disregard most of my defenses. just head for the end. I guess I'll just have to keep in mind next time I play.
Can't believe that
That
worked.
troll might actually be one of the first ones to even get really close. That's a good spot for an arrow trap. Let's see. Yeah, nobody's getting past on the other side, but we don't have to worry about that. Whew, we're only on waves 2 out of 5. But I would say this is probably one of the best hands-off defenses I've ever had to make. Does look like 1 or 2 of them do actually manage to land safely. Safely-ish. Looks like you're having trouble. Wow. It's a regular trip festival. Yeah, I don't think we're getting the timer bonus on this one. Yeah, so some of these guys are getting hit.
This.
Okay. Still don't know where the boss is going. Let's see, you can turn the timer on in settings. Hey! Let's see, show part-time. You're right, I can. Oh, show trap grid. I like that. This is probably fine. Alright, par is...
Okay, here I come.
we might make it.
More enemies on the way. I'm feeling this one.
This is like one of the few places I could probably fit some other traps. Oh, I should have gotten a slapper up in there. Huh. Yeah, my biggest question. How do I kill boss? How do I kill that which I don't even know? Nah, that's... Let's see. Question. Can I get... This doesn't strike me as actually particularly sound, but it's a good way of picking off stragglers. Yeah, I should have made the arrow traps actually just do pierce. Because, yeah, I was just assuming they had a burning effect and they didn't do just pure fire, but nope, they do pure fire.
Hey,
Okay, that should guarantee all of them are going to burn. And okay, it looks like the archers are actually doing a decent chunk of damage. They're a little distractible. And they're having trouble shooting over that barricade. Okay, they weren't worth it. It's like bargaining.
I have great confidence in my abilities. We hold the line.
But yeah, I've got a pretty good setup. Let's see, how many archers in a bank of archers? A lot. The main issue with the bank of archers is they can only be placed outdoors. So I could have them pelt the guys down below, but I can't use them in here. Which really isn't that big of a deal. And I need them to be generally indoors. Maybe? I think next round we'll just get rid of these archers. The idea of them is cool, but they're hitting that pillar too much. Let's see, do they have limited range? I don't think the banks of archers do. My main thing is, I don't really need the banks of archers outdoors to pepper these guys down. I'm just trying to think, what kind of placement could I use for the inevitable boss that's going to come through here and just, like, zip through my entire defenses? And I was thinking a silly amount of archers would probably do the trick. Just pelts the poor dude before it gets anywhere. I do appreciate this level for the hands-off defense. If there's a endless version of this, I will gladly do it. Yeah, I think the real answer is just there is no answer until we know which direction the boss is going. Shift 4, not a tower.
Is that it?
It is, but it can only be placed outside, and it's not really a tower. Perhaps run decoy barricades outside for the boss. Well, so the boss does not destroy my barricades, he hops over them. The reason why I'm so focused on this is because there's a very real possibility... Oh, no. There's a very real possibility the boss will just,
Who's next?
The boss will just hop over the placed barricades and then just race to the finish.
Let's do this. More enemies on the way!
Which would be pretty disastrous. Okay.
Show us the target.
Woo-hoo, going to be ugly.
Our bows are yours.
Okay. So these are worth it. These are not. I really wish I could sell them. Let's see. Still doesn't really solve the boss problem, but it does kind of pepper these guys down fairly cheap. Lot less archers than you expected. I mean, it's still what? 11 archers? 11 archers for 2,500 is actually really good. At the usual cost, that would be considerably more. That would be 6,600 for the for regular archers, which is pricey. Imagine a no barricade run challenge. I mean, I've done it before. Barricades aren't that necessary. For this, I would say they are, just so you can path them out onto the outer areas. Let's see, is there an upgrade that lets you build them inside? Probably.
Hey, shouldn't have messed with me.
So, we did a couple, like, near barrierless runs earlier.
Did I really do that? Can't believe that worked. Should be good.
I guess I can really just block with these guys. After a certain point, I just don't want them getting past, period, no matter what. Not that they're doing so. So I think what I'll do is pre-sell all of my archers for the next round. Okay, where does this dump me? Here. Oh. Yeah, not that useful. Yeah, the other thing is, after a certain point, they're just not shooting anymore. I'll sell these just
stay
because
down.
they only do small amounts of damage and they're mostly good for chipping out the little guys. I love that you can just see all of the enemies just flying off the map. How many barriers can hop over, though? Presumably all of them.
Push it.
I'm trying so hard to hit him in the face. There we go. Here we got...
We
dead?
did it.
Okay, they are dead. Do I see where the boss is? Nope. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, pre-sell all of these. If it turns out the boss is going the other direction, then we need to blast them all down, like, immediately. On the other side. And effectively jury-rig turbo defense to prevent him from ruining me. Okay, tar traps to slow him down. I don't even know if he is tarable. Okay. So which side? It's this side.
Ready to roll.
We'll find out.
More enemies on the way.
Please right, please right, please right. I'm not seeing him. This does give me a stupid amount of money. Yeah, he's not part of this group yet. Okay, so in that case...
That's the stuff.
I'm gonna get a couple.
Stops here.
Now that's an orc stop.
That should be enough. Most of these guys aren't even getting past. I guess the other option I have is just turbo develop. Huh. That would be an interesting spot. I guess my other option is truly just say, all right, screw it. Let's just have silly amount of archers here. Yep.
What the? Is that just some crazy giant kobold?
Hold the line.
You got me, but he is moving fast.
Yes, Mongrel. He will hop right over any barricades you have as well.
We Guardians are always prepared.
Let her rip.
I don't know if I have a solution to this.
Can't do it.
Okay. This is just kind of pathetic.
I'm low on mana.
But if it works, it works. So, the Archer Barricade of Death and Destruction
Yeah, looking good.
was a complete wash.
Stops here.
But in the end, it didn't matter. Gosh, the fact that my basic round 1 defense here is virtually impenetrable makes me feel so good. That's why I love Orcs Must Die. That if you get the right combo, nothing can get past you. Hey, thank you Shadow Sovereign for the 300 bits for the glorious cheese. Yeah, if you didn't place it, it would have not brought him down to half health, allowing you to kill him before reaching the core. Yeah, I probably should have gotten some, like, burn traps and maybe a couple other things. But I gotta admit, like, Archer Wall is pretty fun, and they're kind of doing some stuff. I should have turned them maybe a little bit. I was just really hoping, what is that troll doing? That troll has just decided. They're just gonna be out there. Alright.
This will catch him off guard. Not going to work. And stay down.
I got a minute to finish off all of the stragglers. Which, I mean, it seems like half of them are quite literally stuck.
Pull it on.
In the world. If we're lucky, these guys don't count. Please don't count. Please don't count. Please don't count. Oh, I think there's somebody still up here. Yes, there is.
Almost at.
Got it.
All right.
Okay, those should die after 20 seconds of being stuck. I'm so glad that's a feature. That would be rough if it wasn't. Hey! So all my stress wasn't actually that big of a deal. Got it. It's how we make sure, even if one bugs out, they're still gone. I love that. I don't remember which game. It was definitely a tower defense game I played over the years, where if they got stuck, you were just doomed and had to start over. And it's like, I don't want that.
He knew I saw power in the ignorant perseverance of the orcs. He knew, yet he kept his precious secrets of rift magic hidden from me. He knew! He could have helped me! Instead, he banished me! Trapped between worlds, I changed. I learned. I learned to do the one thing that Cygnus feared the most. Now I will use these new skills to bring the orcs back together. Now the Order will learn from me.
Oh, increased mana capacity, fast mana regen if used. Alright, Master's Courtyard.
Learned about the old guys? Check. Crushed a giant army? Check. Go Team War Mage.
Yeah, we pretty much rock.
Adequate for now. We still need to identify the source of these red rifts.
Let me guess. First, we have to fight more orcs.
This is uncomfortable. Okay. So yeah, I can toss people into this. they're all going to be coming out kind of one general direction. Biggest problem is rooting anybody around is just going to be bad.